Good morning and welcome to my kitchen. Today I would like to make some chocolate cookies. Those cookies will have a pretty big amount of melted chocolate incorporated into the dough. And I do prefer to use dark chocolate. And on the end, once I shape those cookies, I can put either caramel or some peanut butter swirling around on top of them, and that will create this nice design. And they will take only 10-11 minutes to bake. Chocolate cookies today. Welcome to my kitchen and thank you for watching. For those chocolate cookies, I will need 4 tablespoons of butter, which should be about 60 grams, 180 grams of chocolate, and I prefer the darker one, 2 eggs, 2/3 of a cup of sugar, which should be about 140 grams, 60 grams of flour, which is over half a cup, and 1/4 of a teaspoon of baking powder. Once the dough is mixed and I am ready to shape the cookies, I can put some peanut butter on top of them. So the first thing to do is melt the chocolate with butter, stirring it so you have no lumps. And why I like to do this as a first step is because it will take a few minutes for the melted chocolate to cool down, and then I can proceed with the other steps. Almost done. On slow, stirring it constantly, and you will have a smooth melted chocolate. Second step, after I melt that chocolate, is to get sugar and eggs together and beat it for about 5-6 minutes. Once you have your eggs and sugar ready, then the chocolate gets mixed in. And then flour with that 1/4 of a teaspoon of baking powder. Okay, creamy texture, gooey creamy texture. And once this is mixed well, I will need to put it in the fridge for half an hour or freezer for 10 minutes. If some of you would like to add chocolate chips to it, now it's a good time. For me, this is chocolatey enough, so I won't be doing that, but later on, I will put some peanut butter. Okay, and this is ready to be put in the fridge. Time to divide this gooey dough into about 28-30 grams. It's sticky, that's why keeping it cold helps. So being cold helps. Work with it now and once in the oven to keep its shape. If you did put warm dough into the oven for baking, your cookies will be very, very flat. If you don't feel like you want to waste time on making sure that all of the cookies are the same size, then 1 full tablespoon would be the size you're looking for. And out of this recipe, you should have between 16 to 18 cookies. I have asked my husband to take the kids out of the house when I'm making those because they would eat the dough. I mean, the whole thing is almost chocolate. And here is a closer look at the shape of them before I bake them. And my kids like peanut butter, so I like to put some of it on top of those cookies. If you use caramel instead, make sure that you buy the one that is for baking, the melting one. If you use some kind of a syrup, it will just spoil your cookie. Time to put those in the oven, 350. And the second tray, I have put some white chocolate in few of them, and I left 4 pieces the way they are plain, just to compare. Oven preheated to 350. And those will bake for about 10-11 minutes. And 11 minutes. Those are very soft when they come out. So don't touch them, don't move them, leave them until they cool off, and then you can put them on a plate or try them. After they cool down, I will break one apart and try to show you the inside. I love how the peanut butter looks.
Are they ready? Are they ready? I want to eat them.
Okay, take one that you want. Okay, which one do you want? Hard decision, huh?
All of them.
No.
But I want.
Okay, take one, break it in half, okay, first. And you what? What you doing? Hiding? You want to get some too? Okay. Break one in half so we can show how they look like soft, right? Very soft.
Can I eat it?
Just a moment, baby. Okay. When you bite into it, tell me if they are soft.
Super.
Super soft. You want one? Okay. So the experts here are saying that they are delicious and soft. You want to show yours? Okay. And the trick here to get the shape, if you want a more puffy, keep it colder longer. Keep it in the fridge longer. The colder they get, the better the shape is. I was trying to get this video done faster, and my kids, mama, we want cookies. So it wasn't quite ready yet. So I have them more flat than they're supposed to be, but that's the key point. Thank you for watching. Enjoy those cookies. Smacznego, everyone. I would like to let you know why I am a big fan of using scale instead of the cups. I do put measurements in cups, so it's easier. As you know, I'm from Europe, so everything for me is in grams. And here in United States, any recipes you have is usually in cups. But I want you to pay attention to one thing. So take it as a tip. I learned by mistakes because I've done it before. So I have put together a flour, the same flour, all-purpose flour, into the same measuring cups. Exactly 2 cups in here and exactly 2 cups in here. But I want to measure it using the scale and show you if there is a difference and how much of a difference it can be. So here is the first 2 cups of flour, as you can see, 2 cups. And here is exactly 2 cups. All around. No cheating. And I will turn on, and there's nothing here. My scale. So it's set to 0. Maybe I should show you. So it's set to 0. If you can see. Okay, and I will put the first 2 cups in. And it says it is 248 grams. So now I will take this into a different cup, and it's empty. Put it back, it comes back to 0. And now the other 2 cups. All of it. And this one is 314. So now you can see that 2 cups are not created equal, right? They do not measure on a scale the same. So why is that? Well, it's all about handling the flour. If we are gentle with it, the flour is fluffy, it's light, and then 2 cups, nice fluffy flour. If you handle the flour, shake it, kind of bang it, on the surface somewhere, it loses its volume because it becomes dense. So you keep adding to have exactly 2 cups, right? Well, but it's much, much more heavier. It's much, much more flour that you need. So if you ever had a cake and you tried to follow the measurements and directions and the cake wasn't quite the way you hoped, it wasn't as fluffy, it wasn't as delicate, it wasn't as soft, well, maybe because there was too much flour. So it's just a tip, and I hope you will find it helpful to kind of pay attention to how we handle flours. I know how it is when you bake something and you put your, heart into it, time into it, and then it doesn't come out the way you hope for. And it's frustrating. So I hope this helps. Thank you for watching.